I'm Wayne Barret, and you're watching the Hollywood MMA Show.
I'm David Kano with the Hollywood MMA Show and MMA Show News here in Ontario, California, Glory 10. And I'm joined with Wayne Barret, winner tonight, and almost made the middleweight tournament.
Yeah, man, I had my fingers crossed. They were telling me just to hold tight for a second, and I thought I was gonna make it, but Artem and Joe went out, and but my time will come, so I'll stay humble and just keep working.
Can you talk about which fighter was injured?
I don't know. I got to be a little careful with my contract and stuff like that. So I don't know, but one of them, they were injured, and I had a chance. Let's just put that. I could have been in there tonight, so I'm just kind of.
Was there a big difference between the winner's paycheck and your paycheck tonight?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Are you allowed to talk about that? What did you take home tonight?
Definitely not as much as Joe. So
what about the runner-up got 30 grand? Joe got 150 grand.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm really happy. I will say that Glory's taking well care of me. There's no other organization right now that I'd fight for that would pay me what Glory's paying me. So I'm definitely happy, and as I keep proving myself, I'm sure Glory's going to compensate me as well.
No, I just wanted to get the numbers out of the way because I didn't know if you were going to donate to the Hollywood MMA Show. Since we had you on. Actually, he's a friend of the show. We had him on a few months ago where you were going to fight Mike Lemaire.
Yes.
I still remember. And Lemaire was favorite. We wish you the best, and you pulled out a knockout.
Yeah, I've always been the underdog, man. Always been that guy. Because, when you see me like now, I don't look like a fighter. So, every time I show up at the gym, guys are like, who is this pretty boy? Who is this guy? And I try to tell guys, I don't go 100% in the gym. If a guy's going 100% in sparring, I'm doing 70 because I know I want to know that your 100% versus my 70, that when it's showtime, when it's really time to use my 100%, I'm going to do what I did in Glory 9 and tonight, which is knockout. So I try to, I just play the nice guy, but I'm able to switch it up once I step into that ring.
And I was actually interested in seeing you live. It's different from watching on TV and then actually getting the chance to see you because you are a Golden Glove boxer. And I saw the technique you use. You have a lot. You use the Muay Thai stance, but then you go to a boxing stance a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan, and I knew once he started coming with that side kick, I wanted to give him less of a target from my stomach. So switching to that boxing stance sideways would give him less of a target, and then he would actually expose his chin. So once he hit me with the side kick once or twice, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm walking to him too level. Let's switch it up and go to the side, and that's how the knockout came.
And when you switched to the side, were you surprised he didn't try to throw a right leg kick?
Well, I do that a lot in practice, so I know what guys are going to throw. You only, just like Floyd, there's only so much you can throw when you get into that defensive. Even if you're kicking, I'm going to put all the weight on my front foot, or I'm going to catch the kick and still counter you because I have all my weight on my back foot for that right hand to be strong.
And something else that I saw you do, which is unique coming from the boxing background, going into the kickboxing, was angles. Like the knockout, you use your angles. Then you came over from the right. And is that something that you have an advantage because of the boxing?
As of right now, I would say I'm an underrated boxer. A lot of guys don't know how good my hands are. Obviously, I keep fighting and doing this. They're going to wisen up. But right now, I was a dedicated boxer before I became a kickboxer and a Muay Thai fighter. But my hands definitely are, my ace in the hole or my secret weapon, some people say. But I'm always learning. I see these guys. Tonight, I took a list of things I want to work on. And, you'll see me grow as I continue to appear on Glory and on television.
That's something that we talked about boxing versus kickboxing was checking those leg kicks and something that you had to get used to. Is that something that you're 100% comfortable with now, or is that something if you had someone that went straight for the legs, you might have problems with?
Oh, actually, no, I'm totally okay. If you saw my fight with Mike Lemaire, I think he only kicked me like twice, but I caught most of the kicks. For some reason, I don't practice it, but I just catch kicks. Like even tonight, like he came, I caught his low kicks. It's just something that comes natural to me. From the first time I ever took Muay Thai, the coach was like, who taught you how to catch kicks? I was like, I don't know. I just don't like being kicked in the leg. So that's just it. So it's just something that comes natural to me.
You're 2-0 in kickboxing.
Well, 3-0 now.
3-0 after tonight.
Yeah.
What's next for Wayne Barret?
What I'm hearing, I'm going back home to New York, and I'm on that November show with Petrosian, so I'm excited and get a new bag of tricks for that, because if that man's fighting on that card, I got to make sure I bring my A game.
Do you think you come from the boxing background? Canelo, Alvarez, Mayweather, just big fight. They both made over 50 million. 60 something between the two of them. Do you see kickboxers or MMA fighters making that?
You know, as long as Glory as an organization is keeps progressing up in the way I see it, and I've got a chance to meet some of the higher up guys, and they look pretty serious about where they want kickboxing to go. And listen, Glory right now is the number one guys in the business, and I feel like this is the new UFC. I feel like I'm a part of that thing that's about to burst. You know, a lot of guys are not going to give us a chance at first, but eventually we're gonna be there. So I'm gonna keep training hard and do my part. And as long as Glory stays grounded and, you know, the higher ups do their thing, I have no doubt that we'll be 6-figure, 7-figure fighters in a couple of years.
Like $50 million like Floyd?
I don't know. Anything's possible.
Last question. If me and my co-host and my crew, Ray Roman and Jason Flores, were to come to New York, where's the first place you would take us to eat?
You know what? One of my favorite food is Thai food. I would take you to Honey's in the Bronx. All right, Honey's Thai Pavilion. Man, the best authentic food. I know everyone says that, but the food is amazing. I love Thai food. It really, really is my favorite.
Are they sponsoring you right now?
No, they're not. But I may have to talk to them.
That was a great commercial.
Yeah.
That's Wayne Barret. He was born in Jamaica. Grew up in New York.
And then moved out to Atlanta.
And he's a fan of the Hollywood MMA Show. I don't know if you are.
I am.
That was a good little intro. Appreciate the time, bro.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you guys so much, man.